All right. So we are live again for another session of Transformation 360. So I was looking forward to this because I think you were the first person जिसके साथ मैं पहली दफा लाइव आया था regarding this series. या अब
Okay.
एक साल के बाद अंदाजन एक साल के बाद हम वापस आए and a lot has changed. Yeah,
Oh.
you've done more programs. You're a quad certified holder. Yeah, you're the second or the third in the company that has done that. So that's a new thing. So first, Muniza, how's it going? How does it feel?
First of all, thank you for having me on this platform. It feels really great. And yes, it was the first session that I did with you after completing my NLP practitioner and my masters. And here
Okay.
I'm again after doing my master's hypnotherapy. So I think it was well waited for, and I'm here again. So I'm very excited to share how the whole program went. And exactly a year ago, where I was and where am I now. There's a huge difference, a lot of
Hmm.
difference. So I would like to start from the very beginning. Like I
ठीक
would
है.
take myself exactly, yani aaj agar 5th May, so I'll take myself back to the 5th
Last
May
year.
2020. Yeah. So I was in a place, in a very dark place. As you remember, हमने last time भी ये बात की थी कि I had lost my sister to cancer. वहाँ से सारी कहानी शुरू हुई थी. Before that, I was living a very blissful life, to which I would equate blissful to ignorance. Probably
Okay.
that way, because ignorance is bliss. So I would
Yeah.
say that it was not blissful; it was actually the ignorant life. Because
Okay.
I was very well protected, and everything was happening for me, and I was just doing what life was giving me, and I was happy and satisfied that wow, my life is good. But as we all know, the only thing that is constant is change, and change has to
100%.
happen. Change has to happen.
100%.
So change happened, and everything just went down the road. हर चीज़ जैसे बिल्कुल डोमिनोज की तरह चीज़ें गिरती हैं, उस तरह गिरती चली गई लाइफ में. और आई लॉस्ट माई सिस्टर, उसके बाद कोरोना, उसके बाद फिर मेरे रिलेशनशिप के प्रॉब्लम्स, उसके बाद मेरा अपना अंदर का प्रॉब्लम. आई वॉज like every single day, as I was getting more miserable and miserable, I was losing myself, I was losing my connections, I was losing my relationships, I was losing everything. और उसमें I was looking, like there were so many whys, इतने
Okay.
whys थे, but
Hmm.
the becauses that I was getting was not satisfactory, were not helping
Okay.
me, and
Okay.
there was zero how zero थे.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I wanted to work on it. I wanted to get better. I was trying each and everything that was coming my way. In the
Hmm.
process, the biggest thing I think I lost was my faith in Allah, because I
Wow.
there was a time in my life where I was questioning my faith, because I would consider myself as a very spiritual person. But when this
Hmm.
happened, when my sister died, and when everything, like went down the road, I started to question everything. I started to
ठीक
question
है.
the whole system and everything. But I took 2 good years to find Allah, and Alhamdulillah, I found Him. But still, misery was there. People would come
Hmm.
to me and they would even question me. They would tell me कि जिनका ईमान अच्छा होता है, उनको तो डिप्रेशन नहीं होता. So they would tell me on my face कि ये कम ईमान की निशानी होती है. But I knew कि नहीं, मेरा ईमान अच्छा है. It could
Okay.
happen. Yes, it is possible. It is very much
Yeah.
possible that you need to work spiritually as well. But I was working on it for 2 long years, reading Quran, understanding, speaking to experts, and listening, and taking the whole understanding of Quran, and understanding how Allah operates. Basically, who is He? I had to redefine everything, starting from the scratch. But
Okay.
still there was a gap. Still there was. I didn't know how.
Hmm.
So I was working. I was taking help from other, taking therapies, and then I was diagnosed as severely depressed, and I was taking medicines, and I was every week my dose was going higher and higher and higher. But the
Hmm.
misery that was inside, I think the void that I had inside, it was not just filling up. That how that I
Hmm.
was looking for was not there. It was just like,
Okay.
you are standing in a beautiful, let's say, a jazeera pe khade hain, and there is a lot of water there, and you are extremely thirsty, but you can't drink that water because the water is undrinkable. That is sea water.
Okay.
Uske baad, suddenly, like, NLP happened through you, alhamdulillah. And
Yeah.
उससे उससे हुआ ये कि suddenly, there was a knowledge of changing that water.
Mm.
There is a knowledge of knowing that there is a filtration process. There is a process
Okay.
through which you can change this undrinkable water into a drinkable water.
That's a good
So,
metaphor. That's a
yeah,
good metaphor. Yeah.
this is
Very
how
good
I
metaphor.
feel about it. Yeah. So
It's a
when
good
that
metaphor.
knowledge came, you know I was able to take all that water and change it into a drinkable water through the processes that I know, through the processes that I
Mm.
came to learn from NLP, and make it to my use.
Okay.
And then suddenly I was drinking water, I was satisfied, I was moving ahead. Just imagine if you have everything and you can't have water, and you suddenly have a full supply of water. So it gives you energy, it gives you everything, it gives
100%.
you satisfaction, fulfillment, and you just move on. You just go
100%.
towards your destination and go. So I would just
100%.
define this as, the knowledge of taking what you have and making it to your own use. And it also, the more you work on it, you suddenly realize that this salt water not only giving you water, drinkable water,
Mm.
but also giving you a lot of salt as well. आप वो भी यूज कर
Mm.
सकते हो. This is an additional benefit with it. And it
Mm.
goes on and on and on like that. So
I like the
उस
metaphor.
वक्त
I like the
thank
metaphor. I really
you.
do. I mean, this is good. I like the
Yeah.
metaphor.
So, knowledge was missing, the how was missing. So as soon as I got the how, I looked around and everything was there. Everything
Mm.
was there with me. All the whys suddenly converted into what's and hows. So I
Mm.
realized that I was just asking the wrong questions. I was
Okay.
just I was just not at the right mindset, and I was asking the wrong questions. Now that
Mm.
I've got the knowledge, now that I know what questions to ask, automatically, the doors opened up, and automatically the
Wow.
clarity came in. Automatically everything just started falling into its place.
Mm.
So now where I'm standing is, the things have not changed as yet. Like in my environment, if I see corona is still there, financial problems are still there, relationships are healing, I am building connections. But the empowerment that I have, the feeling of I have it in my hands and in my control, and I can make things happen, is so powerful that
Wow.
nothing is impossible for me now.
I like it. I like the answer. I like the way you framed it. You have accepted what is real, what has happened,
Yeah,
and yet
exactly.
you know, yet you have the hope or the faith that it's gonna get
Exactly.
better. Yeah. So Vanessa,
Exactly.
so now let's deep dive in. So I remember the last time we had a conversation, we did talk about you've done the NLP, you did the masters one.
Hmm.
One thing I really liked about you was you came again and again. What
Hmm.
was that reason for it? Because you did mention that Ali, my family is changing. So I want you to give more examples. Why did you come again and again? What was that benefit that you got? That's number one. Second, in terms of family, what changed? What change you saw whenever you used to be there? And so tell me about that.
First of all, that the knowledge thing that I shared, it was so powerful
Yeah.
for me, giving me the ability. So when I first did I was there just to do practitioner. That's it. I had no plans
Yep.
for doing masters. Yeah.
100%.
As soon as I was done with practitioner, I think I messaged you, I want to do masters. When is it happening? And
Yes.
it was a blessing for me that it was happening right after practitioner, after a month or so, I think. So I got enrolled into that. The knowledge, the tools, the understanding of, especially you, the mind, how it works, how the big problems like elephant sized problems can be converted into very small problems and then solutions. The basic,
Mm.
the main reason that I like NLP is the solutions that it provides. And these
Solutions.
solutions are so quick, so efficient, and so effective that I haven't seen those in any other form of therapy
Wow.
or any other form of Yes.
That's a
By
big thing,
far,
the solution
by
thing. Yeah.
far, no matter what age you are, no matter what race you belong to, because I've worked with Saudi people who have a different, completely
Yeah.
different mindset. I've worked with my Pakistani fellows. I've worked with, people in India and people in US, people living in other countries. You just apply NLP and it works beautifully all over, just like, it works as a human to with everyone.
Mm,
It works at a human
okay.
level. Yes, and it doesn't, NLP does not recognize or take into account the races, the what the countries or the boundaries or anything, because it works at its core on the human level, which has beliefs and values which we all share in common. We all have
Mm,
those values in common. We all have those beliefs in common. We all have those emotions in common. We all are beings, human beings, which are all similar. That was the most beautiful thing. Now, coming to how it affected my family, it gave me, there was a time when I was moving away from my kids. I didn't realize that.
mm, okay.
And yeah, as soon as they would come to me, I would just shut them off. I would push them away because it was a burden to me. And I was not realizing, I was not mindful that how are they getting affected by it. It was just like I have talked to them, I've told them, I have, discussed with them that mama is under depression and this is what happens and you need to understand all the actions and reactions. But no, it NLP gave me the understandings. First of all, it gave me how to be mindful, how to be mindful about your words, your actions, your reactions, each and everything to the core. Then it also gave me the understanding and power to transform my kids as well. Now my
Mm,
kids are at a point where they tell me, mama, come at cause. They have understood cause
wow.
and effect. Yeah,
That's
they have
interesting.
understood.
I remember that you were saying about your daughter that she wants to do
Yeah,
it.
she
Like
wanted to
she's
do
so young and
exactly.
she wants to do it. And for me,
Exactly.
I was so
And
happy
I,
that
yeah, because that's the beauty of it. Na? It is so simple, so if yet so effective that I think anyone can just, if you have the thirst of knowledge and if you want to do to make a change in someone's life, I think this is the best thing to do. And that is why when I saw that big change in me and the empowerment and the things that I had in my hands and what I got after doing it, I made it my, my vision, my mission to I that I want to give this to everyone in the world without going
mm,
through what I went through, without the suffering, without the pain, without everything. We have it. Let's use it right now. Let's. You
mm,
don't have to go through the process and of suffering and pain and misery to get there. If you are in a problem, let's do it right now.
let's do it
So
right
you
now. Yeah.
don't have to. Yeah. So you don't have to go through all of that. There are people. We
Mm,
are here. Everyone is here. So just come in and just do this. Take NLP
wow.
coaching. Do NLP coaching. I mean, this will empower you in ways
So
that you will not even imagine.
so one question, Muniza, to last 6 months में मेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा है. It was a very fascinating thing. In the last six
Hmm.
months, a lot of people that attended my program were mothers,
Yeah.
and I never understood the reason.
Hmm.
Yes, it's for me it was good, but I was so happy that mothers were doing it. So can you give me specific examples now? Because you
Hmm.
did talk about it, or I just want more because
Hmm.
when we put the flyer on, a couple of people messaged me. They said, as
Hmm.
a mother, as a wife,
Hmm.
what tools? So, for example, let's say they want to take coaching from you because that is one of
Hmm.
the intentions of this program.
Yeah.
As a mother, as a wife, how does this program benefit? You told about your life, and
Hmm.
I was fascinated. Like, you
Hmm.
got the opportunity. What about other people? Can you give them a preview, maybe what it's going
Hmm.
to be like? क्या क्या चीजों में help out होता है? Any examples or something? Because I think this is something that I would want people to know.
Yeah. Being mothers, being a woman especially, I love working with women because I can relate to them on so many levels.
Yeah,
So being a woman, everyone is wearing different kinds of hats every time. We are brothers,
perfect,
we are sisters, we are
perfect.
mothers, we are wives, we are daughters, we are everywhere. The role of a woman itself, आप देखो कि वो औरत हमारी स्पेशली इन आवर सोसाइटी और आई वुड से इन ऑल द सोसाइटीज, हम बहुत बड़ी एम्पावर्ड सोसाइटीज भी ले लें तो उधर भी औरत स्ट्रगल करके ही आगे जाती है।
Yeah.
सो उसमें सबसे पहले वो घर में होती है जिसमें बाप की और भाई की चल रही होती है, फिर वो शादी होके बिल्कुल अपना हाउस होल्ड चेंज करके दूसरी जगह जाती है विद इंटायरली न्यू न्यू पीपल, जहाँ पे उसने उनके वैल्यूज, उनकी बिलीव्स और उनके मुताबिक अपने आप को ढालना होता है। उसके बाद वो एक और बहुत बड़े रोल में आ जाती है व्हेन शी बिकम्स अ मदर।
Hmm.
उसके साथ उसकी आप सोचें, फिर मैं सबसे ज़्यादा जो बात औरतों के अंदर इनकलकेट करने की कोशिश करती हूँ वो ये करती हूँ कि यार, रियलाइज योर पावर। हम समझते हैं हमारे
Hmm.
पास पावर नहीं
Realize your
है,
power.
या हम समझते हैं वी आर पावरलेस, हमारे पास पावर नहीं है या हम डिपेंडेंट है। रियलाइज योर पावर, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग राइट नाउ? यू हैव लाइव्स डिपेंडेंट अपॉन यू। आप, यू आर एट द कोर ऑफ द हाउस होल्ड, वट एवर एनर्जी यू आर emitting, it is being absorbed by everybody else in the household. पूरे घर में वो एनर्जी एब्जॉर्ब हो रही है डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली। सो बी वेरी माइंडफुल, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एनर्जी आर यू एमिटिंग। आप थोड़ी सी देर के लिए भी अगर अपने आप को इस रोल में सोचें तो आप, वो पावर होगी आपके हाथ में दैट यू वोंट नीड एनीबडी एल्स। आप अपने आप पे काम करेंगे, सबसे ज़्यादा अपने आप पे काम करेंगे, बिकॉज वी आर मोल्डिंग लाइव्स। वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ जनरेशन विच हैज़ टू कम नेक्स्ट, जो हमारे बाद
But
आएंगी एंड
but does it
एवरी।
become
हाँ,
but does it become difficult, because you're managing so many roles with COVID, your kids are doing the classes, you have to work as well, and you're working as a coach as well.
it was difficult before I took NLP, but yes, after NLP, it has become really easy. Seriously
Hmm.
speaking, because
Okay.
I was able to give them the plan, how to work in a plan. I was able to give them the emotional
Hmm.
support and need. I was able to identify what exactly are they going through. I was able to pinpoint where exactly are they facing the problem, और उस प्रॉब्लम को फिर सॉल्व किया एंड मूव ऑन, सॉल्व एंड मूव ऑन। दिस वाज द माइंडसेट दैट आई गिव माय किड्स, बीइंग रिसोर्सफुल। एनएलपी सपोजिशंस मैंने बैठ के अपने बच्चों को सिखाई हैं वे, and now they talk about how to become resourceful. I was so happy. One day my son came to me and he was having some issues in class, and he said that, mama, I became resourceful. And then I asked my,
Okay.
yeah, I became resourceful. So first I asked my friends, they didn't answer. Then I asked my teacher, she didn't answer. Then I opened my book and I started reading from the beginning, and I understood.
Ah.
And then I didn't need any help. So he was applying cause and effect. What else can I do? What else can I do? What are the resources
Hmm.
available to me? So if these are the gifts that you can, give to your kids from the very beginning, and it will help them in manners that they will always be thankful to you. These are the beliefs that they become permanent part of their mentality. Then, if a situation, because life will not be the same. It will have its
100%.
ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and
Yeah, ये
downs,
चलता
and we
रहेगा, ये
have to
हमेशा
prepare.
चलेगा.
Yeah, हमें अपने बच्चों को, इस जनरेशन को, अपनी फैमिली को, पूरी फैमिली को एज अ यूनिट वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर कि कभी भी, मेरे लिए जिंदगी एक सेकंड में एक फोन कॉल पे चेंज हुई थी, इसी तरह से जिंदगी आपकी कभी भी किसी भी तरीके से चेंज हो सकती है। बट इट वुड बी
Hmm.
सो गुड अगर आप प्रिपेयर्ड हैं, इफ यू नो हाउ टू गो फॉरवर्ड, हाउ टू डील विद इट, तो फिर प्रॉब्लम से घबराते नहीं है। फिर वो नहीं होगा जो मेरे साथ हुआ, फिर आप डिप्रेशन में नहीं जाएंगे, फिर आप कंफ्यूजन में नहीं जाएंगे, फिर आपको
Hmm.
सोल्यूशन, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि सोल्यूशंस और दरवाजे बंद नजर आएंगे, फिर आपको सोल्यूशंस नजर आएंगे, एंड यू विल बी एबल टू
Hmm.
डील विद देम विद अ वेरी वेरी गुड मैनर।
Wow. Thank you so much for this. Very well explained with an example the way I wanted.
हम्म,
Okay, so you did the program, you did the NLP one, you did the master's one. Now comes the hypnosis one.
या
ये डिसीजन कैसे लिया? Because see, I remember the conversation you and I had. मुझे कुछ बोलना नहीं पड़ा था आपको. I just
हम्म,
asked, there is a program going on, we're just
या
upgrading again, and you
हम्म,
were like, where is it, Ali? I want to do it without even
यस।
asking anything. So what was that thing? And उस वक्त आपने क्या सोचा था? Because there are a lot of myths regarding hypnosis as well, hypnotherapy as well. So I want you to cater that as well. But first, answer, how did you make that decision, and why did you make that decision in the first place, as a coach or even as a mother? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very natural graduation from NLP masters to hypnosis, because uh, अगर हम NLP की टेक्निक्स देखें, स्पेशली टाइमलाइन थेरेपी एंड other techniques also, we are working at the subconscious or unconscious level. So
जी.
knowing that you are working with your unconscious mind, and it has a blueprint. Knowing that it has a blueprint lies within you. So hypnotherapy was just a very smooth transition to go into that, a shortcut to go into that blueprint, tap into those, and through the shortcut, just do what you want to do with it. So timeline therapy and many other tools, they have evolved from hypnotherapy. So
Okay,
it was a
that is
very
new.
very, yeah, it, they have all evolved from hypnotherapy. There is a hypnotherapy part in it. Timeline therapy is basically what we call as regression in hypnotherapy. It is part of regression where you
Hmm.
take them to the past life, and creating a root cause, identifying the root cause, and then working on it. Yes, NLP adds into it by adding what are the learnings and whatever, but it has evolved. It has rooted from that.
Okay,
So
that is new.
exactly. So it was a natural graduation. I think it was a natural graduation from NLP to doing hypnotherapy.
Interesting.
Hmm.
But so now you are in the program. अब आप
Yes.
program में आए हो.
Hmm.
What happened? So it was in breaks. Like पहले जनवरी में
Yes.
थोड़ा टाइम था,
Yes.
फिर फरवरी में था, फिर मार्च. And we do NLP we do
Hmm.
hypnosis in break. Normally हम NLP एक साथ लेके चलते हैं, masters
Hmm.
भी एक साथ लेते हैं, but hypnosis was in break. Was it
Yeah.
beneficial? And why was it there? Do you know
Huh.
now because you were in the program?
आई रिमेंबर जब हम ये हिप्नोथेरेपी स्टार्ट कर रहे थे, सो देयर वाज अ डिस्कशन कि हम स्ट्रेट करें या इसको ब्रेक कर दें या ऐसे करें. तो आई वाज ऑफ द ओपिनियन कि हम एनएलपी भी तो कर लेते हैं सीधा, लॉन्ग लॉन्ग आवर्स के साथ फॉर 13 days straight or for 9 or 8 days straight or whatever. But for hypnotherapy, you guys decided that you will take it, Arsalan will take it in breaks.
Breaks,
And
yeah.
it, yeah, and it was, I think, the best decision that he could make, because he was doing it in parts. There is so much, it's a huge vast world of hypnotherapy, and there is so much to understand, and there is so much to practice. Because अरसलान ने हमारे साथ इतनी ट्रेनिंग, इतनी ड्रिलिंग और इतना वो किया है दैट उसने हर हर चीज़ जो उसने इंट्रोड्यूस करवाई, इट लेड अस टू बिकम मास्टर इन इट. उसको हमने मास्टर लेवल तक प्रैक्टिस किया है. Each and every tool, each and every kind of hypnotherapy, be it Ericksonian hypnotherapy, Dave Elman, and this and that, जो different kinds of hypnotherapies है वो, फिर different techniques that are used in hypnotherapy. And hypnotherapy is a tool जो आप, I think, for anything and everything you can use. मुझे
Hmm.
हिप्नोथेरेपी करने के बाद जो आई थिंक जो एम्पावरमेंट मिली है इन माय कोचिंग, इट इज़ नेक्स्ट लेवल. इससे मेरी
Wow.
टाइमलाइन थेरेपी हैज़ इम्प्रूव्ड अ लॉट. मैंने उसमें हिप्नोथेरेपी अंदर डाल के उसको रीडिज़ाइन किया है, द होल टाइमलाइन थेरेपी. नॉट टू मच बिकॉज इट वाज ऑलरेडी अ हिप्नोथेरेपी का पार्ट, बट इट हैज़ बिकम मोर इफेक्टिव. Clients are enjoying it more, clients are looking forward to it more. And there मेरा horizon इतना broaden हो गया है of dealing with the problems that I get with coaches, with myself also, because self hypnosis was part of that. So anything and everything, the world is yours, sky is the
So you
limit.
said something really interesting. You said self hypnosis. Now,
Yes.
so when I found out कि okay, you're doing hypnosis practitioner, you're doing hypnosis master practitioner, there is another element of self hypnosis into it.
Yes.
So can
Yes.
you elaborate that? What exactly is that? उसमें हुआ क्या? Because I got a lot of questions based on that. कि you're talking about
Hmm.
self hypnosis, but what is it? And why
Self.
do you
हाँ.
think is it important for a coach or even for an
हाँ.
individual?
Hmm. यार, सेल्फ हिप्नोसिस इज सच अ पावरफुल टूल जो हमने सीखा. एंड उसमें हमें सबसे पहले तो वन बाय वन इस तरह से अरसलान ने किया कि यूज टू गिव अस रिकग्निशन दैट वी हैड टू रिपीट. दोज आर वेरी पावरफुल रिकग्निशन, द सेंटेंसेस. और उसके बाद वी हैड टू वेट फॉर एन एको, फॉर अंदर की आवाज़ क्या आ रही है, किस तरह से आ रही है. सो इट गेव अस, टू मी, अगर मैं अपनी बात करूं तो वो मेरे, आप समझ लो कि इट वाज अ फेस टू फेस विद माई सेल्फ, माई इनर सेल्फ.
Hmm.
I was
Okay.
talking, I was face to face with my inner self, and I was healing in the process. I was
Hmm.
solving my inner, let's say, demons in the process. I was facing them, and then I was able to heal myself. I was able to grow. I was able to, you know, I was able to be more grateful. I was able to open up. I was able to see things around. I was able to uh, just empower. It was very, very empowering. So because hota kya is, hypnosis is a state of extreme relaxation, and when you're
Okay.
relaxed, your subconscious mind basically opens up to the suggestions. It
ठीक
becomes
है.
vulnerable, it accepts it, because aapka phir, as we all know that we have a critical faculty barrier,
Faculty
logical
barrier. Yeah.
yeah, logical mind, or the conscious mind, which is always talking to you, and it is always stopping you, or it is always fighting with you.
Hmm.
So what it does is that if you are we learned about the different states also. There is a beta state, there is an alpha state, there is a theta state, and there is a delta state. So when we are in alpha state, or where we are operating consciously, so the suggestions, they don't come inside. So we have to reach to alpha state at least, to let all
Okay.
those positive suggestions and all the changes that you need to make it a part of subconscious. So when you are relaxed, let's say कि वो आपका जो critical faculty barrier है, it puts its guards down, और वो नीचे बैठ जाता है, and it lets all the suggestions go directly to the subconscious mind. So this is basically what hypnosis is: being at a very relaxed state, that it will give you the power to get to basically install whatever you want to install in your mind. If you want to change a habit, if you want to change up your self esteem, if you want to work on something, if you want to develop a habit, if you anything, because हम रोज के बेसिस पे भी अगर हम देखें तो हम सेल्फ हिप्नोसिस unconsciously कर रहे हैं. The self
Okay.
suggestions, yeah, the self suggestions that we're giving to ourselves. I'm not the limiting beliefs that we do. I'm not good enough. I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to make it. Oh, this will go, down the drain. What are these? Unconsciously, subconsciously, we are preparing ourselves to do the same, to get the same result, because it all starts with a thought. हर चीज जो आज हम देख रहे हैं, जो हम कर रहे हैं, जो हम हैं, जो इस दुनिया में नजर आ रही है, it all started with a thought, and
With
that thought
thought. Yeah.
arised in the सबकॉन्शियस माइंड, और उसके बाद उसको हमने कॉन्शियसली जब हमने उसको करना शुरू किया, तो इट गेव अ रिजल्ट. सो इफ यू हैव दैट पावर, व्हाई नॉट यूज इट पॉजिटिवली? व्हाई नॉट यूज इट टू योर एडवांटेज? व्हाई नॉट create whatever you want to create in this world?
Very well said and very well explained.
Hmm.
Like aram se, and I mean like everything that we wanted. So now I've understood. So you were there in the part one. So first day 5 days का हुआ, फिर gap
Yeah.
आया.
Hmm.
Gap के बाद I think you got the opportunity to apply it as well. You
Yeah.
yeah. What happened then? जब ये breaks में, you said that breaks was very beneficial,
हाँ, ब्रेक्स
but
वर
वो
वेरी
break.
बेनिफिशियल इन द मैनर कि जो टाइम हमारे पास हमें मिला ना, उसमें वी रिवाइज एवरीथिंग, बिकॉज वी वर गिवन टास्क एंड वी वर गिवन होमवर्क ऑल्सो, के अब इसमें मैनुअल का ये काम करना है, या इसको ये पढ़ना है, और इसके ऊपर इतनी प्रैक्टिस करनी है. बिटवीन अस, विद बिटवीन ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, वी हैड टू डू इंटरवेंशन, वी हैड टू डू सजेशंस एंड ऑल द स्क्रिप्ट एंड एवरीथिंग, जो हमने हिप्नोथेरेपी में करना होता है. So it gave us ample time to absorb everything and to practice this, because hypnotherapy is mostly about practice, practice, practice,
Practice.
understanding the procedure, understanding how it works, and then applying it. Application is where its beauty is. So it gave us, and since Arsalan was doing so many kinds of hypnotherapy styles with us, so it gave us ample time in the breaks to absorb it, to practice it, and to understand it fully. The differences between the different styles, the differences between the different tools, because हमारे पास रिग्रेशन टूल्स हैं, उस रिग्रेशन टूल्स के अंदर भी देर आर सो मेनी वेज, ब्रिजिंग टेक्निक्स हैं, टाइम लाइन टनल टेक्निक्स हैं, देर आर सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स. सो this, the break in between, it really helped in absorbing, in revising, and it in practicing and mastering it. And next जब उसका next session हुआ, it was all totally different things. It was not what we've done before. It was all different, and then we practiced that, and we are practicing it right now also. So every single time Arsalan would come up with extremely new different things, inner child work and this and that, and I'm so much looking forward to the next session के अब next वाला भी हो, and I will again, if ये होगा मैं फिर
Yeah.
बैठूंगी इसके अंदर.
Yeah, the next one is happening hopefully in the month of August.
Yeah.
So Muniza, so now I've seen your journey. So you started with practitioner, and your intention was just to do the practitioner.
Yes, absolutely.
You chose to do the master's one. You decided to make this a full-time career.
Yes.
Like I remember the conversation you and I had,
Yes.
that you
Yes.
said during the master's, Ali, I want to do this full time.
Yes.
It's
And
not an
during the
easy thing.
masters, I think
वो
it was during the masters that I made the decision, and I just quit everything, and I made a decision to make this as full time thing for me,
full life.
because the core reason was only one thing, कि जो मुझे मिला ना इससे, जब मैं एक प्लेस डार्क प्लेस में थी एंड आई हैड नथिंग, जो मुझे मिला, आई शुड बी एबल टू गिव इट टू पीपल हु आर लुकिंग फॉर इट, हु आर इन नीड फॉर दिस. सो उनको
Hmm.
बगैर वो पूरी जर्नी, सफरिंग की जर्नी अवॉइड करने से पहले उनको ये मिल जाए, एंड दे गेट एम्पावर्ड, एंड दे कैन देन मूव
Wow.
ऑन विद देयर लाइव्स. दिस वाज द मेन रीजन बिहाइंड इट.
And then you did hypnosis. So, what's the future for Muniza? Because we always talk about what's next. Because I know you always challenge yourself. So,
Yeah.
what's the future for Muniza? What is Muniza now looking into?
I am looking into becoming a trainer, inshallah.
Okay.
ट्रेनर करूंगी, और आगे जो प्रोग्राम्स आते जाएंगे, आई विल एक्सेल इन सर्टेन एरियाज. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई थिंक वी हैड अ डिस्कशन कि आई वांट टू वर्क मोर ऑन रिलेशनशिप एरिया एज वेल, सो आई वुड लाइक टू हैव मोर सर्टिफिकेशंस ऑन इट. ट्रेनर लेवल पे काम करूंगी. आखिर में तो आई थिंक आई सी माई सेल्फ एज टोनी रॉबिन्स, इंशाल्लाह. Why
Wow.
not dream big?
Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's a very good dream. At least
exactly.
you dream big. So Munisa, so this is the last part of it, and this is very important. How can people get in touch with you, and who should get in touch with you?
People get
So
in. Yeah, I have a Facebook page. It's called Neurology Rewired. I have an Instagram page called Neurology Rewired. I have a personal Facebook account which is called Muniza Ali. So you can message me there. Or my WhatsApp number is there in Neurology Rewired. You can contact me there. So anyone who needs, who has, I want the clients who have this, thirst to change. जिनको चेंज होना
thirst
है.
to change.
हाँ,
Okay.
जिनको चेंज होना है, जिनको अपनी जिंदगी बदलनी है, जिनको आज यहाँ खड़े हैं, कल वहाँ पहुँचना है, and they just don't know how. So I'm here. I will.
Yeah.
I work with dedication with my clients. I put in my 100% से भी ज़्यादा, because
So you're the
I
how-to
want.
person for them.
Yeah, their dream becomes my dream, and I want to get them there.
Wow. I mean, this is inspiring. I mean,
Hmm.
last year, think about it. Last year, would you have ever thought that you'd be doing this 1 year, just
Never.
1 year?
Yeah,
And you'd be
never.
doing it full time, and I really appreciate the journey that you have made. Like I've seen every
Yeah.
obstacle. Yes, one challenge happened, then you overcame it, and the next happened, then you overcame it. What advice would you give to people that are still unsure? A lot of people still are unsure that should they do NLP? Does that really work? I mean, after the interview, they should get some idea. But can you just give me that? I think that there was this question as well. If people are
Yeah,
unsure,
in my personal opinion, every single person on this earth should do at least NLP practitioner. अगर उनका कोच बनने का इरादा है या नहीं है, तब इवन हाउस होल्ड मदर्स, यंग किड्स, किड्स हु आर गोइंग टू कॉलेज, हस्बैंड्स, जिस कैपेसिटी में भी हैं, दे शुड एटलीस्ट डू दिस, बिकॉज इट विल एम्पावर देम सो मच दैट इट विल चेंज देयर लाइव्स. अगर एनएलपी प्रैक्टिशनर नहीं, तो एटलीस्ट गेट एनएलपी कोचिंग, because these two things will be the two best things that will happen in your life. Trust me. I mean,
and
take
I
my
and I
word.
personally recommend, if you want to get coaching, you get coaching from Muniza. I personally recommend that.
Wow,
That
thank you
this
so
is
much.
something this is something that, because I've seen, see, for me it is very important to see a person transform and take those risks. There will be obstacles always. Honge. See, lockdown happen again. Last year, because last year we prepared so well, this year we know what to do. We know, okay, this is the next thing that we want to do, because it opened a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that it did was that people now started talking about it. And I was really, really happy to see you and so many other people take that leap of faith and investing in themselves.
Of course.
अपने ऊपर invest
अपने
करना. I mean,
ऊपर invest.
इससे powerful चीज क्या हो
मैं
सकती है?
कहती हूँ, छोड़ दें आप ज्वेलरी, छोड़ दें आप एक्सपेंसिव बैग्स, और छोड़ दें आप कपड़े, सब कुछ छोड़ दें. आप सिर्फ अपने लिए ये कर लें. दिस विल बी द बिगेस्ट गिफ्ट दैट यू कैन गिव टू योरसेल्फ. किसी
Wow.
हस्बैंड ने अपनी वाइफ को भी देना है ना, तो ये गिफ्ट दे दे उसको. सीरियसली.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Muniza. I just realized that we are over 30 minutes.
over
मुझे नहीं
30
पता
minutes.
चला because you were talking. I thought I have so many things to ask, but I think you've done an amazing job. I
Thank you so
mean,
very much, Ali,
I've
for
seen
having me
in the
again here.
last 1 year, I've seen you transform. So any last words to anyone that will watch, any young person or any individual, anything that you want to say, any last words before we end this broadcast? Yeah.
Just one thing, there is no shame in getting help. Get help wherever you want, you wherever you're getting stuck, wherever you think that you should get help. Please don't hesitate and go ask for help, because asking for help will always solve the problems. Because it might be big in here, but if you get some help from anyone else around, the problems will be solved. And do not wait for the problem to get bigger, so big that it becomes unsolvable or it becomes a burden for you. As soon as you get a problem, just go and solve it, because there are all the tools available in this world that can solve your problem. So just don't wait
Wow.
and make the ball, a small ball, a very big one, that it's very heavy. It becomes so heavy that it becomes impossible for you to lift.
So thank you so much, Muniza. I think a lot of
Thank you.
people now would be wanting to attend the program. So I'm just going to give you the last thing, that we're going to do our practitioner program in the month of June. In
Yes.
July, we'll do masters, and in August, we'll start hypnotherapy once again,
Wow.
and that will be the second batch. Yeah. So I would be looking forward for most of you to attend the program. If you still have any questions, हो सकता है कुछ सवालात हम नहीं ले पाए, get in touch with Muniza.
Sure, sure.
Our
I'll
details are
definitely.
there. Write in the comments. I think, yeah, Muniza would answer them.
Yes.
I think she would be happy to answer them. In fact, if you want, book a session with her
Of
directly.
course.
Book a session with her and find out, okay, does it really work or not? Because once you go through, only then you get the idea, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much, Muniza. I think I had an amazing time. After 1 year, I had a really, really good time. You know,
Same here, Ali. Thank you so very much for having me here. It was immense pleasure, as always, talking to you on this platform. It doesn't
yeah.
feel like anything formal. It just feels like a normal chit
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. So thank you so much. So take care of yourself, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you in the program. If you want to get in touch, just write in the comment section. I think our team is also writing all the comments. They're also seeing all the comments. They will get in touch with you. If you still
Inshallah.
have questions, get in touch. Talk to us about it.
Sure.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself, and Allah Hafiz. Yeah.
Take care.
Bye bye.